Okay, hi guys, welcome back. We're gonna do part two of this second tube video that I've been making. I guess I called it a special presentation. I don't know, it's just a different tube, still in black and red. Okay, here is what I've done so far. I did 7 of those little black boxes. If you watched the previous video, I was going back and forth with little boxes. I wound up at 7 when I decided that I wanted to switch to red. So that's what I'm going to be doing now. I'm going to do two red cords on all 4 sides. So I'm going to start with the first one here, and we just take one red cord from the middle section. Because my cords are so long, I separated the ones I needed for right now, and the ones up on the right hand corner are tied in a knot so they don't get tangled in. You'll have to bear with the video because the cords are really long, so it's like a lot of pulling to get the knot. So anyways, if you watched previous videos of mine, I did show you how you can trade out, cords from the middle to switch to a different color. So we're going to start off with knotting 2 red cords onto the 2 holding cords to eliminate, 2 in this for this first part. See, those black ones are not going to be used anymore. We've replaced them with red. I'm going to show you this once, and then I'm going to speed the video up a bit just because hopefully you've known how to do this by now, and if you need to, you can pause it and follow along. But what we're doing right now, you're going to do on all 4 sides. See? Okay, and then those 2 black ones, we're just going to sort of squish them in there because you're not going to need them. I did a lot of pausing throughout this video because, again, super long cords, so I had to do a lot of detangling. If you're working with really long cords, if you're doing a project like mine, you're going to have to stop and detangle cords a lot. So you could see them kind of bunching up there. That happens quite often. It's just part of what happens when you're working with really long cords. There's not much you can do because you need those cords to be loose. I do try to, when I don't need some, knot them and set them off to the side, like you can see I've done on the right hand side once again. But when you need them, and you just have to be patient and detangle. Okay, so this is the second side that I'm adding 2 red in and replacing the 2 black. This will be the third one. Yeah, I don't really have any tips for the tangling. You just have to keep straightening them out as you go, Okay, that's the third one. One more to go, and then I will have replaced 8 black cords for 8 red cords. And those are the last 2 for right now. Then I'm going to do a round of knotting these all together. So I have like 2 little rows of red. Then I'm going to switch the other direction and do like a little black section so that I can then change those cords out for red. If you keep watching, you'll see what I mean. So here I'm just gonna, now I have still black that I'm knotting onto, but I'm sort of like connecting what I just did so that it fills any gaps that happen when you replace cords in this manner. So I'm just going to go around all 4 sides and just do this. And remember to keep track of what you're doing by putting the section you just finished off to the side. So when you rotate it, it doesn't get like jumbled in. And that just makes everything easier for continuing on through the whole project, so you don't get confused. I do sometimes forget to do that, and then I have to be like, oh, what did I just do? So that's just a friendly reminder to keep putting them off to the side, especially because these cords are so very long. This will be the second of the switch into the red. You'll see we still are knotting onto black cords. So you should have 8 red and 8 black while you're doing this at this point. And I am going in the same direction as the last little black box that I ended up on, just to make it a bit easier. And you'll see me throughout, tightening knots. Sometimes they do get loose when you're rotating a lot. Yep, another tangly mess. So if it gets to be too bad, I just like hit pause on my recorder and untangle them. But a lot of that is off screen, so. Okay, that was the third. Now we're on to the 4th one. I had to move the cords around so I could do this part. See, it just sometimes turns into a giant ball of cord, and then you'll have to, I paused because I had to detangle it. It wasn't working out. Okay, now what I'm going to do is showing you what it looks like. I'm going to switch to the opposite direction, but I'm going to use the black cords for 2 rows. I think I just did this as a design choice. Like, I could have traded out the red right now if I wanted to, so that because my goal is to get to the all red and have the all black in the middle. But I thought it would be just kind of cool to make a little black tiny box, like a 2x4 box. And then there wouldn't be any like huge gaps when I switch those black cords, the cords I just knotted with. I'm gonna switch the red ones, the remaining red ones in the middle with those black, but for a minute I thought I would just use them. And we got the 2 red, and you're gonna knot the 2 black going in the opposite way. A lot of this video will be sped up, but for parts like this, it's normal speed. This is how fast it actually took me. So you can see exactly how I'm doing it, what I'm doing. Okay, and we're gonna set those off to the side, rotate, and continue on. So just like with the red, I'm gonna just make 2 rotations, which means after one rotation is a complete set of 4, and the second rotation is another complete set of 4. And then I'm gonna switch out the black ones for the remaining red ones. And then I'm gonna do red little boxes like I did with the black little boxes. Since I did 7 there, I think I'm gonna do 7 red ones, and then I'm not sure what I want to do next. I wanted to add beads that were black, but I realized that the black beads that I have are just a little too big for this project, for these tubes. They don't fit in 4 cords that look nice. They're more for a 6 cord diamond thing with the bead inside of it. So since I'm doing these 4x4, it just was too big, and that kind of bummed me out, because in the pendant that I'm making this necklace for, I have black beads. So I don't know if I want to add silver beads or just no beads at all. I'm still deciding. So yeah, like as I make these videos, I'm actually still working on the project, because it takes so much like time to edit them, do these voiceovers, and then upload them and everything. I wind up like just taking like a day where I don't work on the project to do the video stuff. So I'm doing the second rotation right now, but I'm speeding it up. So what I was saying is I'm still like actively working on the project while I'm videoing and uploading and editing and doing all this stuff. So like at this moment, like I've done like 4, I think, of the red, maybe 5 of the little red boxes that you'll see towards the end of this video, and still deciding on what I want to do next. I very much sometimes just like use my intuition, like, or like I don't map it out necessarily ahead of time, like what I'm gonna do, even for a lot of my pendants. It's just like a as I go kind of thing. Like, I don't draw anything ahead of time. I don't necessarily, the only thing I really have to plan ahead is the colors that I want to use. Once I choose the stone and then the colors, that will a lot of times dictate like sort of the pattern or how I want, what I want to do. But yeah, I'm not a very good drawer, so even if I tried that, I don't think it would work out for me. Everything is just sort of in my head when it comes to design, and it's very much like as I go, like and if I don't like something I did, I'll just undo it and rework it. That's a lot of what I do, honestly. Like, try something, this isn't working, this isn't quite right for this project, so I undo it and try something different. Anyways, that's just how I work. So that was 2 rotations. Now I'm going to switch those black chords that I just pointed to out for the remaining 8 red chords in the middle. So we're going to wind up with all red chords on the outside and all your black chords on the inside once we're done with this. Okay, so I'm just showing you in a slowed down part what I'm doing. Taking the 2 red holding chords coming from the left going towards the right, and taking 2 red chords from the middle and making a knot going in the same direction as we just were with the black. Okay, then I'll set those aside and rotate and continue to do the same thing on all 4 sides. Okay, now I just sped it up a little bit. Really, it's just because the chords are so long. I think I was thinking I might do a really long necklace for this, like longer than my usual length, even longer than the other tutorial I have for a tube, but I don't know yet, still undecided. But it's okay, even if I have to cut a lot of cords, like I can always use, a lot of times I wind up using my leftovers for something. It's really great for earrings when you, which I don't have a lot of, but I did just buy some earring hooks, and I really need to start making some to adding them to my sets, I think. I have several sets on my Etsy site that are like a pendant necklace and a bracelet that kind of matches. Maybe if I add some earrings to it, I could make it an even nicer like set, gift set. Okay, there's another one done. Do I remember if that was 2 or 3? That was 2. This is 3. 3 of replacing red for black. Replacing black for red. Okay, that was the 3rd one. Oh no, that was the 4th one. I'm sorry. I wasn't keeping track well enough. All right, now I'm gonna find the really short black cord that I was wrapping with before. See how short it is? And I'm gonna wrap up the middle. Like, you really want to do this part because one, it gives the whole necklace like a little bit of like stiffness to it, which gives it strength, you know? All right, so I'm just going to continue on with another round of red. It's sped up, so if you need to follow along, you know, just pause it. And like when I used to follow YouTube tutorials, I would pause a section that the person had just done and try to mimic it, and then if I need to watch it again, I can watch it again, but just so that I can keep up. Pause, rewind, play, pause, rewind, play. That's the best way to learn from a tutorial when you're doing like macrame or any kind of craft, in my opinion, in my experience. Okay, there's one. This is like 2 of 2. Because I am gonna, from this point on, just start making little boxes like I did where that pin is now. So they're like 4x4 boxes, right? So you go, each side has 4, and there are 4 sides, and you do it 4 times. 4 cords, 4 sides, 4 times. Okay, that was 3, I believe. Yep, and this will be 4 of 2. The second rotation, the 4th side. So how I was marking it in the previous video was like 2.4, was I saying it? Like rotation then side, yeah. So the 4th side and the second rotation. Now I need to, my little black cord is kind of short and I want to replace it, so I'm going to use a red one, just because I had an extra red string. There's really no particular reason. If you want to keep making it black, you can. The inside part really doesn't matter, because you can't see it. And you just add it on like that. I can't recall what that knot is called. Secure it on there with a couple knots, and then I'm gonna tie the red and black together so that the red that I just added doesn't slide off at any point, and snip it and burn it. just make it however long. You can always keep doing it as you go longer. You can do as much or as little as you want. I just left it like that so I could just keep going on with the filming. So now we're doing this will be the third rotation. So this is the first part in the third rotation, 3.1. And this is my first little red square box. It's not a square, but you know what I mean. I just marked it. I put 2 pins, 3, because I'm in the third one, 3 pins to mark where I am. It's actually a good way to really keep track of what you're doing, because sometimes you have to set your board down and go do other things. And so you can know where you're at. And if you set the side that you just did off to the side, whether the right side or the left side, that's up to you, then you'll know right where you are when you come back to your project later. Takes out some guesswork and some counting or whatever. And since the chords are long, like I mentioned, it will make things just a whole lot easier. I keep my board in a little cubby hole, so I just put all the strings on top as neatly as I can and place it in my safe little cubby hole. Because I do have a cat, I need to keep it in a place that she can't get to. But she doesn't really play with my strings as much as she used to. When she was a kitten, she absolutely loved just attack my strings that were hanging down. And she doesn't do that much anymore. Okay, so that was the third of 3. And now the fourth of 3, and then I will switch to the direction and go the opposite way. And I think I'm going to show you that second box on this video, just so you can see. And then I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do in the next part. But like I said, I'm going to wind up doing, I think, 7 red boxes, just like I did 7 black boxes. So there's my 4th pin indicating I'm in the 4th rotation. So this is 1.4 or 4.1, whichever way you want to call it. As long as you're keeping track somehow. Oh. My screen paused there. I hope it doesn't make my video out of sync. I think it may have a little bit. But that's okay. You guys are hopefully getting what it is I'm doing with these little boxes and with this counting technique that I came up with. Yeah, like, you may not even be listening to what I'm saying, and that's okay, because I'm a visual learner, so I would always learn by watching. I hardly ever listen to it what they were saying. Maybe that's why I never learned knot names. I know a couple, but not really. I just know how to do that. I just know what it is they are and what I want to use it for. I wonder how many of my viewers are like that too, where they just learned by watching and not by hearing, and know the knots, but just maybe not their names. I don't know. I find knowing names of things to be kind of confusing, which is kind of weird because I've been doing macrame for many years now. Alright, so this is the... If my video is in sync, it's sort of in sync. The fourth one of the first little red box. Yeah, that's a little annoying, like when the video kind of freezes a bit while I'm recording, and then it gets a little out of sync. That's not fun. And I don't want to do this over again. Anyways, alright, so that's the first one. Now I'm gonna just do the same thing in the opposite direction with the count of 4. 4 chords, 4 sides, 4 times. I guess that's the mantra of the tubes, where I use, 16 strings to make the round tube. 4, 4, and 4. I think this part of the video is, I just slowed down to show you that I switched the direction. So just, just remember 4 chords, 4 sides, 4 times. And if you kind of keep that as like your mantra when you're doing a project like this, it won't be so hard. And remember to keep putting off the ones you did off to the side. Keep the ones you haven't done on one side and the ones you have done on another side. Keep track of that. I put the pin there to show that I'm on the first rotation. You have to do all 4 sides to complete a rotation, and that's the gist of it. So I'm gonna finish up this second square, and the video is gonna end there. And at the start of the next video, I will have done probably 7 of these little boxes, and then whatever I decide to do next, I'll film. I'll have figured it out by then. So if I'm just still debating on beads or not, that's really all that's holding me up. So anyways, I'm gonna just let the video roll to the end. So I will just say, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Follow me on all my social medias. I have a link in my bio on this channel, on Facebook, Instagram, all the ones. Hopefully my US friends will not lose TikTok permanently. I'm on there too. Since I live in Turkey, I don't really have that problem to worry about, but most of the people that watch this stuff, I think, are in US, so not all, but most. all of my customers that ever bought something from me, with the exception of a few, have come from US. Anyways, I hope you guys don't lose TikTok. I know a lot of you really have become very successful from it. So anyways, I hope you're enjoying the videos that I'm making. You know, I would love to get some comments, some shares, some likes, all that good stuff. It's doubtful that I'll like monetize off this, but hey, you never know. Alright, so have a good day, and please keep following me. Thank you.